fancy intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about Syndicate XP. The importance of the Syndicate tree, I think, is pretty well known, and maybe if not, we can go over it for any newer players in the game. Shout out to those on like 707, one of the newest US servers, which, by the way, I still can't find a Discord. So if you're out there and you happen to play on server 707, where you're a veteran or a new player, let me know what the Discord is. I've been trying to join so I can help out all the new folks. But regardless, 707, 706, 705, wherever you're at, or if you're one of your OGs, you know, server 10, server 17, server 26, whatever, we'll talk about Syndicate XP. Now, we have this event that comes around pretty often. In fact, I made an announcement in my Discord to let y'all know that it was happening. And again, there's gonna be a kind of a thing, join the Discord, because the premise of this video was actually recommended by somebody in the Discord. Shout out to Praetor329. I do have a channel specifically in my Discord for answering questions or trying to have available for you a resource where you can request videos. So if you go to my Discord, which is right here, you'll find the rules channel. Simply click the STFC, scroll, that way you can play Star Trek Fleet Command and see all the stuff, and then just simply come down here and you're going to find way over there video ideas for CCs. So with the video ideas for CCs channels, this is actually active for all content creators to the game, not just myself. So that way you can be a part of this process of what content gets made for you. So back to the event. We know the Syndicate event, well, Scopely likes to slap the word heroic on it, which essentially means spend event. And as they've added more ways to get Syndicate XP in the game, the price for it has gone up. But I do want to go over the different ways to actually get Syndicate XP in the game, because there are actually quite a few different ways to get Syndicate XP. So I'm not going to be able to claim all of them today, but I do want to show them. So number one, and the most obvious, is the claim right here up at the top. You go to your Syndicate, you hit your claim every single day, and that one is going to open up, and for me, you see, give me 500 Syndicate XP. Now that will vary based on where your Syndicate XP is at. I mean, I'm really wanting to get to Syndicate 30. That's actually one of my goals before going into 5 stars to get this, because it creates my generators actually having value. I actually, you know, boost up my whole health there with my par steel generator. So that is 500, which in the grand scheme of things is really not a lot, but there are more ways. Then as you get into the early 30s, we've talked about when you unlock the Mantis has a refinery coming on down here, bam, where you have Syndicate XP. Again, this is gonna be based on the tier of your Mantis. We recommend that players try to grind enough to where you can double pull this, because as you just saw, I had 500, but now I just pulled 5,000. So essentially 10 times what I was getting before. Ignore me as I do my other pulls while we're here. That's not the only way you can get some. As you continue to level up in the 30s, another faction presents a way to get Syndicate XP. Now, I will agree that as we go through this process, it can be a little bit annoying because we're going through so many different things to finally get like just one particular item. In this case, Syndicate XP. If you go to your Bajoran favors, you just get approached with a long list of Bajoran favors. The main one you want to focus on is Prophet's Gift. Prophet's Gift, as a new daily chest with Syndicate XP and Bajoran badges, activates every day after your daily reset. So this is another way to get Syndicate XP. And while it is not a large amount, it is an amount that helps you go for some of these different events that we have that we just talked about. Syndicate XP event, really difficult to complete as a free-to-play. The goal, I think, for most free-to-play is to try to get it in the first rung. So you see, so far I've scored a little under 30,000 points, nowhere near the 150,000 I need. What are more ways to go about it? I do really want to stress the fact that I don't want to like push free-to-play or light spinners to feel like you need to complete that event. Sometimes they can have good rewards. I feel like the rewards this time are kind of meh between Shran and Archer, but maybe you want those two officers. Maybe you loved Star Trek Enterprise, which is completely fair, or maybe you just simply want to collect all the officers in the game, and these may be one of the ones that you need. So let's hop back real quick and talk about other ways that you can get these different ones for Syndicate XP. So we'll go back to our factions real quick to look at some of the ones that are a little bit newer. Now, I do want to add a caveat that as we go through this process, you're going up in level, meaning not everything is available to every player. For example, only available to players 40 plus is the Export Store claim right here, Syndicate XP. How do you get that one though? So this Syndicate XP is actually part of the temporal disruptors. You would go through the temporal disruptor path to unlock a temporal artifact. This one gave me 1200. And this is from the Stone of Memory. So if we go into our artifact gallery, again, so many different things, again, hence the video, so many different things to keep track of and find. I'm going to do my earn-ins every day. Didn't get any of the prime particle there, but okay. But the Stone of Memory, as you scroll over here, right here, this gives you a daily claim, maxing out at 3,400 Syndicate XP at level 12. It's a great passive claim, doesn't cost you anything to turn in. You simply need to unlock it. Then you'll be able to go through and take advantage of its ability. Back to our faction menu. Because again, there's so many different things to keep up with in this game. You see, I've got it right there, but I need to go claim my temporal disruptors. That way I can actually do that pull here when I get done with this video, because oh my gosh, there's so much. All right, there's another thing that was added. Now this technically got added for, this is rep based, but kind of available for you as a lower level player, is the Syndicate XP in this store. Now you have to unlock a lot of these things as you rep up. The drawback to this one is it's so pricey. Like you do have to be active in waves to be able to pull this, but this will give you another 3,000 Syndicate XP, as you can see right here. And I'm not saying it's not valuable. I just currently don't have the wave defense materials to pull it. Maybe I'll have those by the end of the day. We'll see. Or I'm just screwed, because you see, I've still got to do wave defenses for that right there. I did finish it the first time. Now I got to finish it the second time. And then as I go down the list, I'll also be able to upgrade that building. Yay. But all that aside, you know, the different things that you have to do and have to focus on, and next territories in one day. Sorry, I had to check that real quick. That gives you another way to do it. Then there is a way for spenders. I want to point this one out as well. There is a way to increase the amount of Syndicate XP you get if you are willing to spend money in the game. Now, besides just buying Syndicate packs, which is clearly an option, this is the Multiphasic Store. Now, if you're not sure how to unlock Multiphasics, Multiphasics are unlocked when you make a purchase in Star Trek Fleet Command, either the pack through the Mac client, the PC client, or the web store. So you do not get Multiphasics if you're buying from Google or from Apple. This is unique to the Scopely clients of Mac, PC, or going to the website StarTrekFleetCommand.com, and each of those packs will include Multiphasics. If you've never seen them before, maybe you're a newer player, or maybe you just simply never looked at these from a spending perspective, here is a Syndicate Special that includes Syndicate XP. If you scroll down, 17,000 Multiphasic credits if you were to make a purchase. Let me go back to that and show you what that exchange looks like. So I'm going to jump right back on in, go back down to the bottom tab where it says Multiphasic, and you see a Syndicate booster here. Not necessarily a ton provided, but if I wanted to, and I'll do it for the sake of the video, because I do things for the sake of video, I can do 28. I'm going to click it. So this uses all of my Multiphasics, and I have now been able to make just a healthy purchase thanks to the slider with generous amount of lag thrown in to give me 16,000 Syndicate XP, as well as the other stuff. And I'm not saying the other things don't have any value. This is only applying to those who spend money in the game. And if you do want to spend money in the game, generally those packs are going to be the most beneficial, as in the ones that are going to give you the most are the ones that you can actually do that with. Now, if you'll notice, I still go back to my Syndicate Heroic event, and I am still 25,000 short, meaning I've got to find more Syndicate XP somewhere, but this is going to expire before that really happens. Because if I go into my daily boxes, we'll go over here and I'll just claim all box. I've claimed all my boxes today, so I've gotten my Syndicate from that Bajoran loop, and the only thing I've got left, at least that I can think of, this one right here, 3,000, which is multiplied by 5, which would give me 15,000 points based on the Syndicate event. And I would be just short. Now, I do want to use this as an opportunity to complain. Star Trek Fleet Command, if you're listening, I do believe that free-to-play should be able to get easily the first round of this every single day. Every day. Or every time you run it, rather. And I think most people would agree. Now, I know I'm probably speaking to a very biased group in the game, but the Syndicate amounts have been raising every time they add ways in the game. But there was a time where it was consistent that you as a player could get the first rung of the Syndicate Heroic Advancement SMS as a pure free-to-play. And that time is gone. You really can't do that anymore. You can't just simply go and get all the Syndicate XP you need, even collecting all the different things, and still get what you need for that particular event, which I don't think is fair. I do realize that heroics by nature are based on spending, and I have no problem with that. I've actually said long time, and some people have even gotten upset with me and called me a shill and everything. I believe the game should make money. I really do. Sell things. And there's nothing wrong with, in my opinion, having a couple of events that are paid events. But I do think that when you have an SMS that's a heroic, the goal should be free to play, finish the first round of it, and everybody else finishes the top round. And there are great mechanics in the game. One of the reasons I want to show you this mechanic, or I'm doing it on screen, is because I believe the Bajor mechanic is fantastic. I like the X-Borg mechanic as well. I think these are very valuable mechanics in the game that provide a lot to a player, and there is good in this game. It's definitely not all hellhole, but I do think that as the Syndicate XP and as the Syndicate, values have increased, it's made it difficult for people to find the same level of value. And this is as someone who tries his best to get as much of the Syndicate as possible. Now, I'm not trying to argue that it should never be obtained. And keep in mind that I've been running for multiple days, and if I had done everything, I actually would have scored in the first round. But I've also said before that I am unique. What do I mean by Rev is unique? Is yes, technically I would have got the first round already, but I'm also able to pull double Syndicate because I don't have to worry about that anymore because I do other things. I'm able to get the Wave Defense one. I'm able to actually get the Mantis one. I'm able to get the Multiphasics thrown in like I just did. I'm able to do X-Borg. I'm able to do the dailies. I have the Bajor in favor. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm simply saying that the math needs to be a little bit easier. The average folks out there at home, you watching this video, just say. Anyway, the point of this was to mostly tell you how to get Syndicate XP, and hopefully I did just that. You now know how to get the Syndicate XP that you so desperately need, and hopefully you will go after it and be successful. Live long and plunder. Stay safe with the Space Cowboys. Deuce, that's me. Remember, you can hit me up on the Discord at any time or Facebook if you need any help. That's literally my job, and I love it because I love this community. It is an amazing community, so feel free to hop on over, check out, and shout out to Net, who is helping me put some of this together. And yeah, y'all come join us over on the Discord. Link is in the description of the video down below, or you can do discord.gg/RevDeuce. Either way, appreciate you, love you, deuces, and I'm out. Yep, I'm done rambling.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.